I'm joined by Zane Littlejohn. Zane, unfortunately, the guys in the NEAFL side did have their second loss for the season. What happened against Sydney on the weekend?
Yeah, very disappointing result for our footy club and the NEAFL side. Unfortunately, we didn't win the key stats on the day. We know it was spoken a fair bit about the Swans being a very good contested football side. They beat us in that area, and we just didn't capitalise on our opportunities with the ball. We finished with more possessions in the game, but unfortunately, we didn't use the ball smart enough against the Swans. And full credit to them, they're a quality football club and played the game in the right way and the way we know the Swans played it. And unfortunately, we couldn't get over the top of them.
What's the sort of stuff that you really hope the guys have learnt from that game and will take into the next one this weekend?
Yeah, well, it's the same old adage as we always say about being a really good teammate and the selfless stuff. A few things probably weren't of the level that we expect them to be at, let alone AFL or NEAFL level. So we weren't, or the players weren't happy with that on the day. So we've spoken about that this week, and we'll try and tidy that up and make sure this week when we come out and play that our performance takes care of itself, but also the being a good teammate is the real key attitude coming into the game.
Sadly, because Matty Eagles did get injured in the game on the weekend and sat out for the second half, do you think one of the NEAFL boys is due for a call-up to replace him this weekend?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure where Eags is at with his injury at the moment. I know he's had a scan and all that, but I'm not sure where that sort of comes up. But we've got a few guys who obviously could step up and play that role, and we've got some guys in form who have been playing some good footy, and hopefully they do get an opportunity and get rewarded for that, because end of the day, you want to be knocking down the door, and when you are doing that, you're getting a reward for that. So hopefully one of our guys will step in and play a pivotal role on the weekend if they have to.
Just on another note, on the day, Tom Bell had 42 possessions, which is a huge amount. Just talk about his game.
Yeah, Belly's been really good for us over the last few weeks. He's amassed a lot of footy. The thing about Tom is he works super hard. You can never fault Tom's effort and his willingness to want to work. He was lucky enough to find the footy on the weekend, which was really pleasing. We didn't have live stats on the day, so we didn't know where he was sitting with possession-wise and all that. And he obviously finished with 42 and 1 goal 3. Look, if he finishes those 3 and kicks 4 goals, it's a top-class game. Look, he was obviously one of our better players on the day, and look, if Tom can continue to produce that, hopefully he can knock down the door for a senior spot eventually. But he understands there's still little areas of his game he needs to continue to work on. And the beauty about Tom, although yes, I mentioned he works hard, his attitude to want to get better still driving him.
Great, and we've got Aspley up at the Sunshine Coast this weekend. Bit of a change of scenery for us up there. What are you hoping to see from the guys this weekend?
Yeah, we need to bounce back now. Aspley are a very good one-on-one football side, like the Swans. Swans are, and we know the Swans we're going to be. So it's going to be a really good test for our guys to really worry about going back and playing our style of footy now. We didn't do that on the weekend. Our ball movement wasn't to the standard we expected to be, and as I mentioned before, we probably didn't play the style of footy in regards to being a good teammate. So we'll really look at our guys are driving that, and I think as a coaching group, we're pretty confident we won't have to do too much around that. Our playing group were pretty disappointed after their performance on the weekend, and we really hope that they'll bounce back and show our Lions fans who can get to the game up on the Sunshine Coast, the style of footy and the footy club that we're becoming.
A couple of our most notable players are actually from the Sunshine Coast. We've got Eric Hipwood and obviously Jack Payne, who's come on board as a draftee, and Tom Fullerton, our latest recruit. So you're hoping the game might encourage more people to take up Aussie rules?
Absolutely. Look, I think it's the best game in the world. So, and we're the best football club in the world. So, if you can put the two together, I think it should be a great day. So, anyone on the Sunshine Coast who wants to get to a game of footy and watch AFL listed players play, it's a great opportunity for that. And I think it's a fantastic opportunity and a great concept of the Brisbane Lions, Aspley, and the NEAFL to take a game to that area of the state and give back to our fans up there.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Zane. All the best this weekend.
Pleasure. Thank you.